would you call this? A snowmageddon?
Yes.
Day 3 of snowmageddon. Ray is at her breaking point.
Mike is in his element.
Mike is in his element. Didn't make it to New York. That's okay. It was really sad. I was really looking forward to see Jesse, but our flight got delayed again today and the airport is just crazy. So we're gonna go as soon as possible.
If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you.
Morning.
Alaska Airlines, New York. Happy New Year, everybody. It is January 1st, 2022. I wrote it in my journal and it looks so weird. Good New Year's Eve, my second sober New Year's Eve, and was going to go to a cabin with a bunch of friends, but got my booster shot the day before, 2 days ago, and it wiped me out. So I stayed home last night and just had a chill night. Grady's here, so we just hung out. And it was honestly, I think, for the better, because New Year's Eve has always been kind of a tricky time for me, when I was drinking especially. So it was good to kind of just hang out. We watched some fireworks that were happening in our neighborhood. We went sledding, which was fun. I began feeling better around like dinner time, so I could actually, you know, not just be on the couch, which was good. But now it is a brand new year, and I know that time is a social construct and nothing has really changed from yesterday to today, but it just feels like something has. It feels different. So what I've done today, and what I like to do at the beginning of every year ever since I started journaling, was I've done a 2021 reflection, and that's where I went through each month and I wrote down thoughts, feelings, accomplishments from each month. And I like doing that because the days are long. What's the saying? The days are long, but the years are fast. And it can be so easy to kind of forget all the stuff that you've done this year. Like, I didn't think I really did anything drastic this year, and then I went through my reflection and I was like, oh yeah, I graduated college, I hit a year sober, I moved back in with my parents, just a bunch of stuff that I just, you know, when you're living it, your day to day, you don't really realize it. So that was really fun to do. And then I went, and I've been thinking about what I want to focus on in the new year for a while, but I finally went and kind of wrote it down, and I just wrote a couple of 2022 intentions and goals, and they're nothing like super specific because I don't know, I've tried making specific resolutions in the past and it's just super hard to stick with them. And I know that there's an entire process you can follow of setting, you know, what are your long-term goals, what are your short-term goals, but I just didn't really feel like doing that this year. I kind of wanted to just let loose a little bit and not have very structured goals, because I find when I have too structured goals and then I don't meet them, like I used to goal set every single month, and then when I wouldn't meet the goals every month, I'd feel discouraged, and I don't want to feel discouraged next year, this year. I'll read a couple of mine. They're not specific, they're pretty loose, but I want to read 25 books. I guess that's kind of a specific goal. I want to move out. When I move, I want to make new friends in person, because I have a lot of online friends from my meetings, and I have a lot of friends in my life that I've had for a long time, but no really like new friends ever since I graduated college. So that's a big goal of mine. Start investing, be more consistent with my content, cut my hair, just like very random stuff. But I don't want to bore you with the rest of mine. The main thing I wanted to talk about was I also went through and I wrote down words that I wanted to embody in 2022. That way, you know, I'm not getting too caught up in the nitty-gritty of goals and resolutions, but in my everyday life and with whatever I'm doing, I can think, you know, is this embodying one of my 2022 words? And that's a good sign that what I'm doing is kind of on track with how I want to feel this year. So you can write these in your journal, and then you can write them and stick them up on your wall so that you just have a little reminder throughout your day of what you want to focus on this year. So mine were consistency. That's just with my content. I really want to get more consistent on YouTube, on Instagram, and just grow this platform and have my message reach as many people as possible. So that was my second word, growth of my platforms, and also just personal development. Acceptance is another word of mine. I really want to focus on acceptance of the things I cannot control, and also just acceptance of my body. That is a huge, huge goal this year. I've made a ton of progress in the past 3 months after working through this book with my therapist. I've showed it before, The 8 Keys to Recovery from an Eating Disorder. I know in 2022 I can make even more progress, and that goes along with one of my other goals and resolutions, which is to not weigh myself in 2022 at all. I accidentally did it for the first time in a while the other day, and I cried, and I couldn't tell you why, but weight is just not a significant or a meaningful factor at all in your health or in your happiness. And so I really want to stop putting emphasis on weight and just put more emphasis on how I feel. Do I feel good? Do I feel energized? So I'm not going to weigh myself at all in 2022. And I will also not work out. This is another goal of mine. I am not going to work out or eat anything with the intention of changing my body. So I will not choose a salad over mac and cheese because I'm focusing on how my body is gonna look or how my body is going to react, or I'm going to gain weight if I eat the mac and cheese. I will choose the food that will make me feel the best in that moment. So yes, if I want a salad because I'm craving something nourishing, then I'll choose the salad. But if it's specifically for body aesthetic reasons, I will not choose foods for that reason. And same thing with working out. I want to work out to feel good. I want to work out to feel strong. But if I look in the mirror and I don't like the way my body looks, I don't like the way my arms look, I'm not going to go do an arm workout because I want to change my arms. So overall, this was the first year in a long, long time that I didn't set any body specific goals, because a lot of my resolutions in the past have been get abs, grow my butt. And it's great to set aesthetic goals if you're in a healthy place with that, but I'm just not. I just can't do that yet. So this was the first year that I didn't set any body aesthetic related resolutions, and it feels good. Along with the acceptance of my body, I want to stop wearing clothes that don't fit me in 2022. I know that sounds very simple, and like if you don't have an eating disorder, you may be thinking, why the heck are you wearing clothes that don't fit you? But there's this significance that smaller clothes play just in my life, and I have like certain pairs of pants that I'll try on every couple months, and as long as they fit, I know that I'm okay. And I use them as a way to check my body. And so I'll focus more on the size of something and the number of something rather than how it makes my body feel. Like I'll literally squeeze into pants that are probably too small for me, but just because they're a smaller size, I'll wear them even though they're so uncomfortable. And so I want to give away those clothes. I actually went through my closet the other day and took out all the clothes that don't fit me right and don't make me feel good, and I'm going to give them away, sell them, and just get them out of my closet, because Kate Noel said this: having clothes in your closet that don't fit you and that you've grown out of is a constant reminder every time you open your closet that you are not good enough, when you are constantly seeing those clothes that you don't fit in anymore. So I want to start wearing things that make me feel good, and then also just wear clothes that I genuinely enjoy and not try and follow trends because it's what everyone else is doing. Couple more exciting things. So now that it's the new year, part of my morning routine, I got this book maybe a couple months ago, and I've been waiting to start it till January 1st, because you can start it any time of the year. It just has the date, but I wanted to start it on the 1st just for simplicity. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. It's like every freaking influencer has it, but every day it's a meditation that you read, and then I'm going to journal about it after I read it. So basically what I did today was create a template for planning out my days. You can do this in a journal, you can do it on a piece of paper and then make copies of that paper and write it, whatever you want to do, but I do it on the iPad just because I have this pen and it makes it easy. But I just recreated my template to make it something that I actually use. So I'll show you my old template because I still like it, I just didn't use some of the things. So this is the template that I made in an app called Good Notes, but you can really do this on any platform. I feel like it's pretty easy. I just simplified it for this year. Very simple. So date up here, plan, I added more lines because I always felt like I needed more. And then to do, I added one more number just because I felt like I needed more. And then under here, I just left a big blank space to write notes, and that can kind of be like a reminder area, anything I need to jot down. So that's kind of the simplified template, and then I put a little quote up here that I saw on Instagram. If you want to attract more abundance into your life, start with gratitude. I recently started asking myself, remember when you wanted what you currently have? I just keep reminding myself of this every day. And I thought that'd be a great thing to look at every day, because I'm very guilty of always living in the future, always thinking about the future, thinking about what I have to do next when I'm currently doing something, and it really just takes me out of being present. So I thought that was something good to remind myself every day. So super simple, but I feel like it's gonna help me stay organized this year.
As we head into the new year, I encourage you to see it as a fresh start. I know that making New Year's resolutions is silly to some people, and maybe 2021 wasn't the best year for you, but instead of focusing on all of the things that went wrong or all of the things that you couldn't control, I encourage you to focus on your mindset moving forward and the things that you do have control over in 2022. Is 2022 the year that you want to lessen your drinking or stop drinking? Is it the year that you want to start loving yourself more and accepting yourself more and accepting your body? Whatever your goals are, trust that there is literally no better time to start than now. A new year can represent a fresh start and new beginnings. It's really never too late to try. Try that hobby you've always wanted to take up. Reach out to that person you haven't spoke to in years. Take chances and risks while you still can. I wish you all the best in the new year, and I just want to say thank you all so much for your support on my channel in 2021. I truly wouldn't be here, and I truly wouldn't be sober if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much, and I can't wait to see what 2022 brings. What are your goals? What are your words and resolutions this year? Leave them in the comments. I'd love to know.